Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about the collaborative tool Bubble. This is what the homepage looks like. You go to bubble.us. On the homepage you have a couple of options. You can sign in, you can register, or a really neat feature is you can actually try it without signing in, which I think is very valuable for using it in the classroom where not everybody needs to make an account. If you would like to register, you have three options. You can do the basic version, which is free, the premium version, which there's the pricing for the month and for the year. There's also team, which would be if a school would want to do it. It is important to note that students and teachers get 50% off, so this would significantly reduce the cost there. But I am just going to go ahead and sign in because I did create the basic free account. And one of the things I love about Bubble is right away when I logged in, it's so simple. There are not many things that you can click on, which is a bonus for me teaching second grade. This would be easy to use with them because there are not many places to click. So you can see that you can get help, you can upgrade, or you can create a new mind map, and which I think is the simplicity of this tool. I really do appreciate that, especially for the elementary students. This definitely supports the social construction of a social presence as brainstorming on the 5.3 table in the Rice article. This did actually belong on the table. It actually listed Bubble on the table under the brainstorming, and it definitely fits. When I thought about Bubble, I thought about writing because this tool is used to brainstorm and to kind of organize your thoughts. And so I thought about an assignment that I'm giving my students, and that is that we are working on a personal narrative. And I thought that this tool would be great to use to get them to brainstorm about their personal narrative. We took a field trip to the Solanco Fair. I teach in Solanco School District, and I'm having them write their personal narrative about that. And so this would be a tool I could use for them to brainstorm about that. You would just hit this green circle here that says new mind map, and I would write something in here about the Solanco Fair. One of the things that we saw a lot of there were animals. So we could write animals, and off of animals, we could add some animals that we saw. So we saw sheep at the fair, and we saw bunnies, and I could add that, and we saw pigs. And then if you hit this one, you can have another big category. So we also looked at the projects and the things that you can enter in the fair, and we saw a big pumpkin. Okay, that was one of the things that we saw. And that is just showing you a little bit about how it works, the mind map, and you do actually have the option to do a couple of more things on it. You can change your background color, just make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing if you want, but you can make your map quite large. And there are some things that you can do in this. In the article, the Rice article, it actually mentions that there was not a synchronous ability to share it as you work on it, but there actually is now. It said at the time of this publishing, but there is. If you click on here, you can share it, so you can enter it. So asynchronously, you could enter an email, you could get a link for it, embed it, but using it synchronously, you could have real-time collaboration. So you do have to upgrade to the premium version, or you could do the 30-day free trial with your class, but you would have to pay for that. But you can get real-time collaboration, which is just a great synchronous tool. You could do this as a whole class, and you could have students add to it, which I just think would be a really neat tool to use. When looking at the descriptions in the other article that we read, how they are used in this tool, effective association, you can use these words to create different feelings. So this can be used in a tool like a class meeting where you're talking about, for example, bullying. That's something we talk a lot about in second grade, and you could just create a word web, what that means to you, things like that, which I think could be really important. community. I think that presenting these to other people, there is a present option up here, and you could present it to your class. That would help to build community. Also, working together with the collaborative tool would be really helpful. The interaction, the ability to share, you would be interacting, especially the ability to real-time collaborate would be definitely interacting with others, and then the ability to email it or share it with other people. The knowledge and pre-assessment piece would help you to know what your students know. Maybe you're starting a different content area and you're wanting to know what your students know about rocks or about weather, and you could start a bubble and have your students start filling in what they know, and that could really help you as the facilitator to know what they already know and what they need to know, so kind of using that in a KWL chart way. Also, instructor involvement, you can share this with your students and be working on it together. You can leave comments and just collaborate with each other. So I just felt that this tool was very valuable and I enjoyed learning how to use it. I was pleasantly surprised to see that this would actually be fairly easy to use with an elementary class. A lot of these tools I think would require more training, but I think this tool is something that I could use with my class. So one fallback I saw was the typing. My students are not proficient at all in typing, so that could take them a little bit longer. But I really do think that this could be used in any grade level, which I just thought was really neat, and I was just excited to learn about this tool. Thanks, guys.